My name's Autumn Jordan, and you might be wondering why I'm all bundled up when it's like 80 degrees outside in Southern California. Well, I'm going to Sweden for study abroad, and I guess you could say I'm practicing? Well, sort of. Okay, so I'm going to Lund, and Lund is in the very southern part of Sweden. In Lund and in Sweden, they speak Swedish. It is also the written language. And for Sweden, they have a different currency than the US, obviously. And they've been using this currency since the 1800s. This currency is known as the krona, or the Swedish crown. The krona, or the Swedish crown, can be seen by the SEK sign in front of their amount of money. So for us, we have the dollar sign, and them, it's the SEK. Okay, so for the exchange rate in Sweden, for our US dollar, it's $1 for every 6.72 krona. And before I go any further, I'm gonna have to take this off because I am really hot. It's hot, I'm sweating. Better. Now I'm gonna show you where exactly Sweden is located. So I have a map here. Here we have a map of Europe. So Sweden is right here. It's located right next to Russia, above Poland, Germany, and Europe. And specifically, I will be at the southern part, like I said earlier. So I will be down here at the very bottom. So I know you might not be able to see me very well, but I guess you could say I'm practicing again. Because when I go there, it's going to be about 19 hours of dark. Because it's going to be during the coldest part of Sweden's winter, and it's averaging about 30 degrees Fahrenheit. Not much sunlight. That's what the kind of climate is going to be like when I get there. But during the summertime, it's the exact opposite, which I love. So you'll be able to see me a lot better during the summertime. I'll probably be a lot happier too. It's going to be exact opposite, and the average temperature during the summertime is about 72 degrees Fahrenheit. Now we're going to talk about the Swedish government. The Swedish government is actually chosen by the citizens of Sweden. Every 4 years they get to re-elect who they want to run the country. Now once the Sweden parliament is chosen by the citizens, they elect a prime minister, and the prime minister is the one who actually delegates what goes on, and he finalizes things. Now the prime minister was recently elected, and his name is Fredrik Reinfeldt. Sweden actually has a king and queen, but he has no political power, and he mostly takes care of ceremonial issues. I actually have a picture of them right here. He's married to Queen Sylvia and has 3 children. The king's name is Carl Gustaf, and he's been the king since 1973. In 1980, the crown became gender neutral and was able to be passed down to a girl. The Swedish Armed Forces is actually one of the biggest agencies in Sweden. They help with the EU, the NATO, and the UN. They usually wear the 3 crown symbol, which represents the 3 wise kings. Swedish Armed Forces is given 40 billion Sweden crowns a year. Half of this money goes to research, and the other half goes to unit operations. Currently, they're involved in over 20 different countries. I have a picture here. Religion in Sweden is traditionally Lutheran Christian. However, they just recently separated from the state in the year 2000. Although Sweden is largely secular, the largest religion is Lutheran Christianity. The second largest is Islam. Oh, hello! So now we're going to talk about education in Sweden. Education in Sweden is very important to the Swedes. All children are required to go to school for at least 9 years, which is free. Then they have the option of continuing their education. Even higher education, like universities, is largely paid for by the government. Sweden's education system is also very equal compared to other places in the world. In fact, about half of PhDs that are awarded go to females. Hi. Now we're going to talk about the family structure in Sweden. The family structure there is very egalitarian, and about 90% of the children there live with their birth mother and father, when the families usually have between 1 and 2 children on average. 80% of mothers actually work outside of the home, and 90% of fathers work outside of the home. For parents, they get an extra incentive from the government to spend more time with their children at home. In fact, all parents get 480 days of paid vacation leave time. Now we're going to talk about the sports in Sweden. There's 3 that I found that ranked among the top. The first one is, of course, football, or as we say here, soccer. The second is ice hockey. And the third is a sport called bandy, which is very similar to ice hockey. Now we're going to talk about food. The Swedes love coffee, milk, potatoes, meatballs, fish, and bread. Okay, a couple quick facts. Sweden is one of the most egalitarian countries in the world. The country is made up of over 53% of forest. The population of Sweden is 9.42 million. Stockholm is the capital. Their colors are blue and yellow, and they've had no wars since 1814. I hope you've learned a little bit about Sweden, as I have through this process. That concludes my presentation. Thank you very much for watching, and wish me luck on my travels. Bye!